Okay, hi everybody. Today we are going to look at, well, hopefully recap solving equations. So when something asks you to solve, it wants you to find the value of x or whatever letter we are using, okay? It could be A, could be Y, could be P, could be any letter at all, okay? We are going to find the value of x. So here we go. Now I want you to lay it out exactly as I'm laying it out because that is very, very important and it will be how you get all your marks in the exam. Okay, so I want you to think about what is happening to x. So at the moment, x is having 3 added to it. Okay, so in order to solve it, we have got to do the opposite of adding 3. So the opposite of adding 3 is to take away 3. Now, because this is an equal sign, whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I'm taking away 3 to get rid of this plus 3, which means I have to take away 3 from this side. Okay, so left on this side, I'm taking away 3 to get rid of it, so I'm left with just an x. And over here, I've got to do 24, take away 3, makes 21. Okay, right, number 2. So very similar. Let's have a minus 5 equals 11. Okay, so what is happening to A? A is having 5 taken away from it, so I've got to do the opposite of taking away 5. The opposite of taking away 5 is to add 5. That will get rid of that. And then I've just got to do the same to the other side to balance the equation. So, excuse me, if I do take away 5 and then I add 5, I'm left with just A. And I've got to do 11 plus 5, which makes 16. Now be careful, sometimes they might give it to you like that, okay? If that happens, I think you'll find it easier if you rewrite the equation so that it's the way around that you're used to. So your x or your y or your a, whatever your letter is, that's on the left-hand side. So all you need to do is just put this bit on this side and this bit on this side, okay? Just rewrite the equation. And then it's like normal. So what is happening to y is having 7 added to it. So to reverse the add 7, we take away 7. And so we get y equals 11. Okay, just 2 more examples to go. Okay, then we have number 4. What about if we had something like 10x equals 40? So here, x isn't having something added or subtracted from it. It's being multiplied by 10, sorry. If I was going to put a sign in between there, it would be a multiply. So it's being times by 10. So the opposite of timesing by 10 is to divide by 10. It's very important you're writing out these brackets every time so that you know what you're doing. Okay, we're going to divide by 10. If I divide this by 10, I'm left with just x. And then I've got to do 40 divided by 10, which makes 4. Okay, last example, last different one of a one-step equation that you'll see is something like x over 3 equals 7. Okay, what is happening to x this time? Well, it's not being added to, it's not being taken away from, it's not being multiplied. This line here means divide. So the opposite of dividing by 3 is to times by 3. So we've got a times by 3 to get rid of the divide, so that leaves us with x, and then we've got to times this by 3, and you get x equals 21. Okay, that is solving one-step equations.